This is Curtis, and this is an overview of how to prep a DWG headed for the field. I'm in currently Magnet 3D Exchange, and I'm going to create a new project. Fill out some metadata here and next. Set my unit of measurement, etc. Defaults and preferences, and hit finish. And then I'm going to import. I'm going to bring in a drawing file. If this is in inches, I can go ahead and convert that. I can also go ahead and throw down points for the line work. I usually don't do this step, although there's sometimes when coordinating the project, it's exactly what I want to do. I can coordinate the begin and end of every polyline, etc. I'm going to leave all this unchecked. I'm going to explode the blocks because we can't read blocks on the data collector. And I'm going to hit the OK button, which is just off the edge of the screen. Basically, you'll start now with the project here. There's my DWG loaded up. Well, the first things I usually do is I go to Edit and I do the data cleanup. I'm looking here for all data, remove zero linked lines, duplicate line works, remove the duplicate points, etc., etc. I can join line work and that kind of stuff too. Be careful with some of these settings. Use with some common sense. Remove empty layers. Usually when I scrub a drawing like this, I can find sometimes the thousands of points, the hundreds of redundant stuff. Just a lot of garbage in some of these. This particular project, super simple. I got one redundant line, 5 empty layers. This is not the end of end all. So perfect. It's cleaned up. It's lightweight. It's prepared for the data collector. Whoever did this particular project did a good job at prepping this data beforehand. My next step typically is to go ahead and create some points, and I can do this simply by going to Insert, Add Points, and there's a myriad of ways that you can do this, but I'm going to right click and I'm just going to do a simple intersection to show here that I'm going to snap very closely to my intersection point. It'll prompt me for the elevation. These are all 2D, and if I uncheck the prompt here, then it'll no longer prompt me for this as I get to the intersection of each one of these points, etc. I'm going to escape out of here, go to View, isolate my grid layer, make that a little bit easier for me. Go back to Inserting, Add Points, and continue on, etc. here. There are some advanced features tool for multiple intersection, corner and offsets, distance offset, etc. Or dragging a box around the whole thing and creating points by object, although usually that doesn't grab my intersections. Alright, I'm just going to throw everything back on, showing that I do have a few points now here that are on the map, and I'm prepared to export this data out to the data collector. Next step is to go to File and Export. I'm going to give this job a name here, Survey Data and Magnet Field 4 format. I'm going to save it. Oh, there's actually a file of that same name already. Let's do this called Test 11. Good chance of that being there. Save. And it's going to ask me, what do I want? There's points in here, there's lines. If this is going to be used as a background image, then I can bring in the text, but this is not. I'm going to import this directly into a job, so none of that will matter. No control points. If there is a specific control system that was tied under survey, I can bring that in, like from Pocket 3D or whatever, but that's not us. Simple coordinate system is what it is here. No background and no site link 3D. So I'm just taking points and lines, keeping it super simple. Cool. I'm going to hit the OK. Saving Topcon data, please wait. And after several minutes, it saves the job file. Then I'm going to bring up my Magnet Field software and go to Job and Open. I'm going to browse to the location of my work, Test 11. From the Home menu, I'm going to go to Edit and Points and show that point data is here from what I created in CAD. And from the Home menu, if I go to Map, I'll show here that I have my points here that I have, including line work. I can kind of see the quality of the difference between the Exchange toolbar and 3D Exchange. This is also live 3D data as well, so I can go to Points, create by intersection, etc., and continue to add points to my map, interact with it, stake out any portion of it, etc., and go right to work. So that is the end of a very simple overview of how to bring in a DWG and coordinate it and prep it for work in the field. If you have any questions, please call our support. Thank you, good luck, and good day.